Oh my god, speaking of OSHA, I was just about to start recording this video doing the intro on the last take, and the freaking black dot starts zooming from the corner of my desk over to where I am. It's a freaking spider. It was zooming at the speed of light. Speaking of OSHA, I live in an unsafe workplace. I have spiders zooming at me. Oh my god. Welcome back. This week's videos are brought to you by the Captain Sparkles 2 channel here on YouTube, because I'm taking a little break from the main channel. I'm not going to go too into it because I posted a video over there explaining everything, but basically, high level, I've had a lot on the agenda recently, and also my main channel is kind of broken right now, strangely enough. But in the meantime, still live streaming going strong, which means if you're interested in gaming content, Captain Sparkles 2 has all the uploads and hours you could ever need, maybe, in the meantime, so feel free to check it out. It's our sponsor. This channel still has uploads going on, basically just the main channel for about a week or so. And anyway, let's start into number 19 here with no spider. No, it's right there. He's coming back up. Why? Number 19, pressure washing a house today. The electrician forgot to put back the outdoor outlet cover. Oh, that seems very safe. I'm good, Cons. I can see it. It's down there, dude. This is going to be a video to see if I can complete this with the spider still chilling. I'm going to be, oh my god, it's trying to come back. It's trying to, I like blew it off the desk. Anyway, yeah, that doesn't seem particularly safe. I hope that's a GFCI outlet so that if it comes in contact with water or dampness, it quickly shuts itself off. That wouldn't be good. That'd be really frustrating if it rained and the water just like goes inside the wall, and be a bit of a bummer, dude. Be a bit of a bummer. That actually happened to the sump pump plugs at my house when I first moved in here, and it rained really hard, and the switch was not properly insulated from the outside world, and the pumps didn't work at all. So many things at once. I mostly notice that it's just the guy standing on these rickety, torn pieces of plywood on what doesn't seem to be particularly, I'm just checking, it's still there, particularly stable. No harness. I mean, it's a large platform, but it also seems like something might just, snap off at any given time. Nice of you to just take a photo of him instead of being like, hey, we're doing the same thing again! Why do you like the edge? Oh my god! No! He's right there! Get the frick out of here, dude! He's on the floor now! Okay, he's going away. It's fine. It's fine. He literally took the same path. He got back up and it was like zoop. No railing, no harness, 5th floor. It's like a repeat of the last one, except there's more people here to push up the heavy thing. Which, hey, you know what? At least that thing's really heavy, so it's really pushing them into the floor here. And they have a much less likely chance of actually falling off because they'll just get flattened by that thing if it falls on them, and that'll be fine. It also looks like they might only fall one. No, that's another floor there. That's the, yeah, they'll probably just fall all the way down. This seems real safe. We got a nice recurring pattern here of fellow workers just taking pictures of people in the workplace doing something dumb. Just take the picture, keep on going back to work. Lowe's Jenga. That seems very sturdy. Is that like one of the carts that you might get at the entrance in order to, load up some stuff, take it to your car? Except they've loaded up all the lumber. Every single one. They're going to fit the entire framing for a house on the cart that you get at the entrance for the store. Either that or the challenge with the Jenga is, can you pull out the entire underside? Can you just pull the cart out while keeping all the wood stationary? I wonder how much energy it would take in order to do that. Like, there's got to be a lot of friction there between the bottom of the wood and the top of the thing. If you, how much power would you need to yank that out and have the wood just fall down like yanking out a tablecloth? I want to see it. Notice how the lab was keeping all their analyzers running a small space. This is actually just a picture of my utility closet in the other room. It looks very similar to this, and now I'm kind of self-conscious and ashamed. It's like, well, there's a lot of wires, and then there's, the surge protectors are kind of, they just, the cables can't all reach the ground, so we got a dangling surge protector, but it's like, if you got 6 cables holding up the surge protector, it's not very much weight dangling per cable. Also, this thing's plugged in that aren't like super high voltage, so it's fine. I'm sure I've lived here for 5 years and I haven't had a fire yet. This is fine, I know from experience, okay, everyone? Had no other light source, had to improvise. Did you just loosely stick the ends of the wires into the electrical socket? I mean, there really is technically what you're doing with the metal plugs, is it's just a more polished way to accomplish that. So, I guess it works, right? I'm scared of electricity, man. I've had these LED address light numbers sitting for a while. I could probably do the install myself. But it's like, even if I turn off the breaker, get everything wired up, follow the instructions, I'm worried I'm going to turn it on, it's just going to light on fire. It's gonna be like, yeah, you know what? The money I saved from not hiring an electrician, that's now going into fixing the house that just lit itself on fire. So it's not worth. How to load a truck. This is like the exact opposite of the Amazon truck that we saw in Oddly Satisfying. Just toss all the boxes in. This is why the box arrives to my house extremely damaged, with the tape mostly off. Just like I can see the product through the part of the box that's completely torn open. All right, whoever these guys are, they should take a tutorial from the Amazon truck loaders, because oh my God, is that efficient? Unless that was a slyly leaked marketing photo from Amazon that they wanted to get out there, but they wanted to make it look like it was a leak just to show this is how we pack things so ultra carefully so your package always arrives pristine. Can't believe he isn't wearing his high vis. What? Wait, what's the ladder on? How? It's it just isn't. It just braced across there, but there's no there's not a thing for it to hook onto. It's not even got any horizontal force applied. It's barely hanging on there. You got this. Oh my God, dude! Like, you'd be so much better off just tilting it up and having the legs on the framing over there, wouldn't you? That doesn't seem like the best way to do it. I feel like there are better ways. This just looks like you're capturing the guy mid-fall, like it's about to go down. And you're like, I'll pull out my phone for this one. This is going to be good for internet karma point. When a power strip just won't cut it. That looks like a lot of electrical. Wait. Oh, that's not in a wall. That's just, you plug that into one outlet. And then you just get all these plugs. I see. No, that seems good. I was like, this must be mounted in a wall or something, and all these are properly wired and got circuit breakers, and no, this is just sitting on a tabletop. It looks industrial, but really it's just ultra janky, and you just plug that into one plug, and then I'm sure you can load really heavy appliances into every single one of those plugs, and surely nothing is going to go wrong. It'll be totally fine. Absolutely. Always ensure your load is secured. I too like to strap my dirt down. I want to believe that they watched the guy do this and crank it down. Just how do you think that this is gonna work here exactly? As soon as a little known fact about dirt is, as soon as it discovers your intent of strapping it down, it suddenly all behaves like one cohesive unit. The dirt works together. It's like, you know what? The person driving this truck really hopes that we, collectively, the dirt doesn't fall out. So we'll suddenly become concrete. We'll stay there. Then upon reaching the destination, we'll know that we're good. We can relax once the strap is released, and we can be dumped out. It'll be good. Also, what I like to do is hauling around water. Definitely like to strap the water down. Generally, if I'm trying to hold together a specific location of ocean and make sure that the water stays there, I'll just put a little rope out into the ocean, and it'll make sure that the water just stays in place. It's really convenient. On the only exit on this side of the building, is that hey, it works, right? Hopefully it's an emergency exit too. It'll make it all the better. Just leave it there. Surely there are easier ways to fix this than wasting some pliers or a wrench on it, right? Why not just get a door handle? It looks really simple. It looks like you just get a door handle and just boop, pop it on there, and it'd probably be pretty straightforward. I don't know for sure. I've never actually installed a door handle, but it kind of looks like it's plug and play. This seems unnecessarily complicated, but they must have gotten so used to it. They're just like, it's been like that for a while. Don't fix what ain't broken. Do I win anything? Is this how you're getting a human up to the top to work on the scaffolding up there? You climb up the forklift, you climb up the ladder there, then you climb up whatever's attaching those two. Oh, there's someone climbing up it too. Wow. I mean, it's basically like a bouldering route at this point, right? We got like a V6 here at least. Not because the holds are difficult, but just because you're really at risk of the entire thing collapsing at any point. That's got to count for at least like 4 levels or 5 levels. It's probably like a V1 hold-wise, but then you add in the imminent demise factor, and it really ranks it up quite a bit. So I'm impressed with that. I wouldn't do it. If only there was some kind of mobile platform that could lift itself up higher to access the hard-to-reach places. He's standing on that thing that was just described by the title, that thing that can lift up to access hard-to-reach places, right? He's standing on it. I get it. Interesting. I mean, maybe he's like, I don't really feel like exiting the bucket, moving the thing up, climbing back up, getting back in the bucket. All I have to do is one quick thing. I'll just stand on the railing. I'm good at balancing. I'll be fine. There's no problem with doing this. At least the guy over there is wearing some eye protection, So we've got some amount of safety going on in the workplace. Also, what are you standing on? Are you standing on the lid of one of the other ones of these? Person taking the photo, what are you hiding from us? Just your everyday dirt coffin. Argue all you want. This is not legal/safe. That's, I guess, like, yeah, if it does collapse in from the side, it's bad news. I've heard stories of people at the beach who like dig a hole for a sand fort or something, and then it goes really badly. So it can take place. It is no joke. It can, like, it doesn't even have to be that big of a pit or that much that comes in for you to end up getting caught. And then if you have too much compression on your chest area, you just aren't able to breathe. So it can be no bueno. What I was got after asking if there was a handle for the grinder I was given to use. Is that, it's a hand. Oh, they just gave you a bolt to act as a handle. What's it in there though? Is that supposed to be for a handle? I mean, hey, if it's a threaded thing, then that looks great for a handle, honestly. Wear some gloves. Maybe it's not great if you're barehanded, but otherwise, why not? My work couldn't go more than 20 days without an OSHA reportable injury, so they had to change the counter to time loss injury. On-the-job safety begins here. This plant has worked 180 days with... It's kind of funny. It's like, it'd be like changing a sign. Like, the city is having too many people unaliving each other, but at least these unalives are not first degree. They're accidental, unplanned. So it's, instead of this town has gone X number of days without anyone unaliving each other, it's without premeditated unaliving. Still a lot of unaliving going on, but at least they weren't thinking about it in advance. So, we're really looking on the bright side here. We've had a lot of injuries, but at least the project is still on track, and the person who had the injury was still able to work despite their discomfort. Observe how the wild tanks congregate, wild, free, and without chains. I'm assuming, this is number 2 of the last month here. It looks like, they're just stacked, but I'm assuming they're supposed to be propped up, because if they do fall down and the lid happens to pop off or they get a hole in them, then it is very, very dangerous, and it will go very fast. It will be a very, very fast torpedo on land, potentially an explosive one, depending upon what the gas is and what sort of heat source it gets close to. And that'd probably be not good. Maybe they're empty tanks, okay? We can't be sure. If they're empty, then who cares if it falls over? Just hurt somebody's toe. But if they're full, it'd probably be bad news. As entertaining as it might be to watch what would happen, be some Looney Tunes stuff, it would probably be bad news. And the top for the last month. I know this place can feel like a prison sometimes, guys, but please stop making shivs. What is this supposed to be? Just like instead of an X-Acto knife, you have this? I don't even know what this is made out of. Would I know what this was made out of if I worked on construction sites more? You'd probably be better off with an X-Acto knife if you need a blade or something versus a duct tape thing. With what, like, was that actually just, it was previously the side of a chisel or something, and they filed it down rather than going and buying a new sharp X-Acto knife blade or something like that. Anyway, I'm safe. No more spider incidents. Days without spider incidents at the workplace. 0. 10 minutes and counting. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to like if you liked. Check out the playlist in the description if you want to catch more of this, and if you want to catch gaming videos for the next week or so, check out Captain Sparkles too. I'll see you next time.